Removing the fuel from under the pot is the lowest cost path to becoming an immortal Xue Feng. I recently had a revelation when the cold storage door at the Lifechanyuan Canada headquarters was difficult to open and close. It seemed as if the ground was rising, obstructing the door's movement. I tried grinding the floor multiple times, which made it slightly easier to operate the door, but it was still rough. Eventually, I decided to call in professionals from the cold storage installation company. Not long ago, a naive young man came. I explained the difficulty of operating the cold storage door and asked if he could solve it. After careful observation and also inspecting the basement, he proposed two solutions. One was to remove all the floor tiles under the cold storage door and lower the wooden board beneath them. The other solution was to address the humidity issue in the basement because he found that the reason the floor tiles under the cold storage door were rising was due to the wood underneath expanding from the high moisture levels. I inquired which solution would permanently resolve the issue, and he suggested removing the source of the problem by completely solving the high humidity in the basement. Otherwise, the problem would persist long term. It's worth noting that the Canada headquarters is entirely wooden. Since the root of the problem was identified, and removing the fuel from under the pot was the best solution to prevent the issue from continuing, the decision was made to eliminate the high humidity in the basement. Thus, I sent the young man to the city to purchase a dehumidifier. After 24 hours of operation, the cold storage door became much easier to open and close. 3 days later, it was very easy to operate. The cold storage door phenomenon gave me a revelation. Removing the fuel from under the pot is the lowest cost path to solving a problem. For instance, various complex issues in marriage, despite thousands of years of attempts using moral, ethical, social, and emotional teachings and restrictions, have never been eradicated. Therefore, the ultimate solution to eliminate the complex issues in marriage is simply not to marry at all. As the saying goes, one who seeks nothing will always find favor, and one who does not drink cares not for the price of wine. If I don't drink, it doesn't matter to me whether a bottle of Mao Tai costs 300 or 30,000. Similarly, if someone feels that being a civil servant lacks freedom and is troubled by various relationships, the ultimate solution to this annoyance is not to become a civil servant but to start one's own business. What if someone finds the United States unfavorable and unsafe? The solution is simple. Leave the United States. If an organization is riddled with problems and the common people are suffering, the best solution is not to enact various regulations and laws, nor is it to rely on moral teachings and experts' lofty discourses, and certainly not to increase the severity of punishments. Instead, it is to directly replace the top leader. History has proven that the top leader is the core guarantee of the people's happiness and social stability. If this core is ineffective, then changing it will transform everything, and at the lowest cost. So, what is the ultimate path to becoming an immortal? The answer is, eliminate selfishness and ego. Without removing selfishness and ego, the path to becoming an immortal is far beyond reach. September 10, 2022. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Consider checking important information.